Have you ever had a moment where life just didn't make sense? A time when you felt utterly lost, unsure of which path to take or what the future holds? Where it felt like no matter how hard you tried, everything was falling apart? Like you were building a sandcastle, only for the tide to relentlessly wash it away, piece by piece? If you have, you're not alone. Many have faced similar trials and found strength in unexpected places. There's a story in the Bible that speaks right into those moments, the story of Joseph. A narrative filled with highs and lows, betrayals and triumphs, and ultimately, unwavering faith. Joseph started off with what looked like a pretty good life. A life filled with promise and potential, seemingly destined for greatness. He was his father's favorite, receiving special attention and affection, wore that famous coat of many colors, a symbol of his father's love and preferential treatment, setting him apart from his brothers, and even had these big dreams about his future, dreams that hinted at a position of power and influence, dreams that seemed almost too good to be true. But then, things took a wild turn, a sudden and unexpected shift that would forever alter the course of his life. His own brothers got jealous. Envy festered in their hearts, fueled by their father's favoritism and Joseph's prophetic dreams. They threw him in a pit, a dark and desolate place, a symbol of their rejection and hatred, and sold him as a slave, a cruel and heartless act that stripped him of his freedom and dignity, sending him far away from everything he knew and loved. Imagine, betrayed by your own family. The very people who should have loved and protected him turned against him in the most devastating way. Joseph found himself in a foreign land, in Egypt, alone and misunderstood. A stranger in a strange land, facing an uncertain future with no one to turn to. But here's where the story flips. This is where Joseph's true character begins to shine, and where we see the hand of God at work in his life. Even as a slave, Joseph worked hard, dedicating himself to his tasks with diligence and integrity, and stayed true to his values. He refused to compromise his morals, even in the face of adversity. He didn't let bitterness take over. He chose to forgive rather than allowing resentment to consume him. He didn't give up on his dreams. He held on to the hope that one day, his dreams would come true, even when circumstances seemed impossible. But just when things started to look up, when he began to find favor and success, he was falsely accused and thrown into prison. Another devastating blow, another seemingly insurmountable obstacle. Talk about unfair. It seemed like Joseph was constantly facing injustice and hardship, despite his best efforts. Yet again, Joseph kept going. He refused to be defined by his circumstances, choosing instead to persevere with unwavering determination. He helped others, using his gifts and talents to serve those around him, even in prison, interpreted dreams, offering insight and guidance to his fellow prisoners, and never lost hope. He maintained a positive outlook, trusting that God had a plan for his life, even in the darkest of times. Years passed, years of hardship, uncertainty, and waiting. Most people would have given up by now. They would have succumbed to despair, losing all hope of a better future. But Joseph's story is about patience, a testament to the power of endurance and unwavering faith, trusting that there's a bigger plan even when you can't see it, believing that God is working behind the scenes, even when circumstances seem chaotic and confusing. And then, everything changed. In a moment, everything shifted, and Joseph's life took an unexpected turn for the better. Joseph went from prison to palace, all in a single day, a remarkable transformation, a testament to God's power to elevate those who remain faithful. He became second in command in Egypt, wielding immense power and influence, saving countless lives, preventing famine, and ensuring the survival of the nation, including the brothers who betrayed him. The very people who had caused him so much pain and suffering were now dependent on him for their survival. When those brothers showed up, desperate for help, humbled by their circumstances, Joseph could have turned them away. He had every right to seek revenge, to punish them for their past actions, but instead, he forgave them. He extended grace and mercy, choosing reconciliation over retribution. He said, "What you meant for evil, God used for good," a powerful statement of faith acknowledging God's ability to transform even the most horrific circumstances into something beautiful and meaningful. So what's the lesson here? What can we learn from Joseph's incredible journey? For me, Joseph's story is a reminder, a powerful testament to the enduring power of hope, faith, and forgiveness. That setbacks aren't the end of our story, that even in the midst of our darkest moments, there is always the possibility of a new beginning. Sometimes, the things that hurt the most, the challenges that seem insurmountable, can lead to the moments that matter the most. They can shape us, strengthen us, and prepare us for the incredible things that lie ahead. Maybe you're in a pit right now. Maybe you're facing a difficult situation, feeling lost and alone. Maybe life feels unfair. Maybe you've been betrayed, mistreated, or falsely accused. But just like Joseph, you can hold on. You have the strength within you to persevere, to overcome, and to rise above your circumstances. You can choose hope, even when it seems impossible to find. Keep your integrity, refusing to compromise your values, even when it's difficult, and trust that God is still working, even when you can't see it, even when you don't understand it. Especially in the waiting. Trust that God is using this time to prepare you for something greater. Your dreams are not dead. They may be dormant, but they are still alive within you. Your story isn't over. There are still many chapters to be written, many adventures to be had. Stay faithful, keep moving, even when you feel like giving up. And watch what happens when everything turns around. Watch as God transforms your pain into purpose, your struggles into strength, and your setbacks into stepping stones. Thanks for listening. I hope this story has resonated with you today. If Joseph's story gave you a spark today, if it ignited a flame of hope within your heart, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and reflections, because your story matters too. Your experiences, your struggles, and your triumphs are all valuable and worthy of being shared.